Hi and welcome to this Slippy Limpets video. As you can see, I'm out on the rocks. It's really warm, it's about 9 degrees. There is a lot of wind, but I've found a mark that's quite sheltered from that. So the plan today is to catch some pollock, hopefully. There might be some coolies, there might be some codlin, but the main target is pollock. I'll be using my usual 8.5 foot Lamya thief, which is rated at 5 to 28 grams. I've made a bit of a mistake because it's been 4 months since I've last been out on the rocks fishing. Unfortunately, I've brought the wrong box and I brought a load of bass lures. This means I'm pretty much stuck with 2 lures out of this box that'll work in this depth of water. Luckily, one of them is my favourite, and it's the slider grass minnow, or slider shad. Today I'm starting with a 20 gram Chebaruska on that. The shad's actually on a 2.0 wide gape hook. The other lures that I've got, I've managed to bring a Zen. Woo! I've just finished my first cast. I'm casting over a piece of structure here and trying to fish on the back side of it. But I've just realised that the water clarity isn't as good as it looked like from the top of the cliff. I've probably got about 2 foot on this lure. Caught fish in dirtier water, so hopefully it should be alright. That's that structure I was telling you about. Thought I'd mention, I'm on 15-pound braid, 2,500 size reel, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. So just finishing off my third cast, starting with the lift and draw technique, which for those of you who don't know, is literally just lifting the lure up, probably a few feet off the seabed. Just winding in the slack line and then letting it go, so it's coming up and down in a triangular sort of path. I let it then hit the seabed, and then once I've hit that, I'll just lift again, hopefully not into a snag, and then wind in. I'm just repeating this as I go around. Fish on, just lifted it off the bottom there. I'm going to try really hard to get it up and over the structure that's just in front of us. Doesn't feel like a massive one, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yep, pollock. And there we go, the lure just fell straight out. Not huge, probably about 2.5 pounds, 2 pounds maximum. Nice one, swam straight away. Excellent. So I'm casting out, and the tide's moving from north to south as it does when it comes in around here. So I'm casting that sort of distance, or direction, sorry. And by the time my lures hit the bottom, it's kind of at 3 o'clock to where I'm fishing. And then I can bring it straight in against the tide. Right, that's me snapped off there. I think I'm playing a bit of a dangerous game in terms of tackle loss anyway. Fishing in this heavy kelp with such a swell running. So I've decided to tie a metal on, put one of the old faithful Zen on, just to mix it up a bit. I'll not be casting this as close to the kelp. But it does have a little bit more hang time in the water than the water column than my 20 gram soft plastic did, so maybe I'll work a little bit more like a slow jig, which I know are really successful around here, especially at this time of year. Just as I was talking, got myself snagged up straight away. Felt like a little bump there. Don't know if it was the bottom or not, but it's still sinking, so it looks like I might have to start counting because I'm still not on the bottom, and the fish must have hit it sort of mid-water or so. I'll just finish, I've just hit the bottom there, and I'll just finish bringing this along. Oh, there's loads of fish busting on the surface here. Loads of little coolies. I've got an idea. This is a bit of an experiment, but there's some coolies busting on the surface here, just little ones, and in my bass box I've got a little 7 gram popper, which I've just tied on now. It's unlikely they'll hit it, but you never know. Oh, the water's boiling. I don't like my popper though. Who am I kidding? They're never going to take a popper in December. To put the Zen back on. A little grey seal just appeared out there. Also the wind's just picked up and swung round to the or from the south roughly, which means it's coming from my right to left, which is making it a little bit awkward to keep it in contact with the lure, unless I cast directly into the wind. Seals can be a double omen really for some. Some people hate them, you're in competition, but I like to look at it this way. If there's a seal in the area, there must be some fish in the area. But since this wind's picked up, I'm going to have a few more casts here, and then move this from the corner as a little headland bit, fish into a bay, which means the wind will actually be on my back. Right, let's move. So I've just moved around the corner to the next mark. So I've just cast the Zen out, fishing over towards a point, which is actually a back eddy from the tide. You can get some quite nice fish in here. Hopefully. Well, I just lost that sound straight away. I didn't even pull hard in it. I don't know what happened there. I must have been against a sharp rock or something. Yep. Snapped my leader halfway down. You can see the chafing on the fluorocarbon there. Bugger. Put a fish on, it's better than the last one. Feels quite heavy and it's not fighting a great deal, so I suspect it might be a codlin. No, it's a Pollack. Taking line. Oh, it's going for a... Oh, I'm on the barnacles. Woo! Well, it's like ice here. What a chunk! Check how fat this thing is. There's the single hook. Yeah, it's quite a nice one, this. I give this about £5, maybe 6. Look how fat it is. I wasn't expecting something like that. Well, nothing on the last cast. Time to do one and get home. Tie lines.